Guys, what is up? It's Let's Go, and today I'm actually not doing a deck profile, but I have this deck right here, and this is my fun deck. I will just be showing you guys. You can use this as deck profile if you want to, but if you take this to a tournament, don't expect not to lose. This basically was just built with cards from the Freezing Chain Structure deck and some other cards. So I have actually this time an extra, a main, and a side deck. Because this is my fun deck, in my side deck I have like some traps and whatnot that, like Suzuki Samurai, Widespread Ruins. Some in the deck too that are good for not siding. And the deck is, as you can see, way more than 40 cards because it's just my fun deck. So let's get into the deck. First we're going to be playing 3 copies of Blizzard, Defender of the Iceberg. Basically just says, if this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, draw 1 card. I'm playing just 2, because why not? And then we're going to be playing 1 General Guardian of the Iceberg. Basically lets you special normal summon another time. 2 copies of Cryomancer of the Ice Barrier. While you control another iceberg monster that is level 4 or higher, this card cannot attack. That's why I'm only playing 2, but I'm also playing 2 because it's a tuner and this is a synchro deck. 1 Pyron of the Ice Barrier. I don't want to read its effect. 2 Dance Princess of the Ice Barrier. 2 General Gantala of the Ice Barrier, which basically, once per turn during your end phase, you can target 1 Ice Barrier monster you control in your graveyard, except General this card. And then special summon it. That's why I added 2. Also because it's a level 8 monster, and this deck you're going to be doing tribute summoning. 1 copy of Strategist of the Ice Barrier, which is once per turn. It says once per turn you can send an Ice Barrier monster from your hand to the graveyard, then draw 1 card. 3 Madunia of the Ice Barrier. Thing I like about Ice Barriers, they have short effects, so it's not going to take 3 hours to read it. Unless you're me. If your opponent controls level 4, or if your opponent controls 4 or more monsters than you do, which is good with the links and whatnot, you can special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent can only activate spell or trap cards, 1 spell or trap card each turn. That's why you're going to add 3, because this isn't a once per turn thing. And then you can actually only summon 1, because then they won't have 4 or more monsters than you. Unless they had 5 or more monsters, then that'd be okay. But with this, it limits them down from spell cards and traps, and that's basically what a deck is consistent and how it gets consistent. 2 Defender of the Ice Barrier. While you control another Ice Barrier monster, your opponent monsters your opponent control cannot declare an attack if this attack is greater or equal to the card's defense. And this card's defense is 1,600, so unless your opponent has a monster that's less than that, try stopping this. It's also a tuner, so that's pretty great. 2 Spellbreaker of the Ice Barrier. 2 Dai Sojo of the Ice Barrier. 1 Warlock of the Ice Barrier. General Wayne of the Ice Barrier. Zaijin of the Ice Barrier. 3 General Reiho of the Ice Barrier. And because this is a 3-0, read the effect. When your opponent's monster effects activates on the field, resolve, they must discard 1 card or negate. Basically Ash Blossom or Effect Veiler almost, except it has to be on the field and you have to discard 1 card instead of discarding this, which means then... Also, this is not a once per turn, so that's pretty cool. 2. Oh yeah, now we're getting on to the spells. So, that's a stack of monsters. But spells, we're going to be playing 2, Magical Triangle of the Ice Barrier. I'll read it. Reveal 3 ice barriers with different names from your hand. Target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy the target, and if you do, special summon 1 ice barrier cards from your hand. It's pretty... I'm trying to make this deck good with special summoning, especially with a bunch of level 8s. So, that's pretty good. 2 Cyclones. 2 Cyclones. 1 Rhoda. 1 creature swap. Foolish Burial. And big wave, small wave. A surface. And that's the spells. Oh, also, a lot of these spells are easy to learn, so I like them. Draining Shield, Walkaboo, Trap Hole, 2 Bottomless Trap Hole, Call of the Haunted, 0 Gravity, and 3 Bastion. If a non-water monster is normal or special summoned, well, you control a water monster, change the summoned monster in defense position. This card is really good because it doesn't let your opponent attack. If you are using this as a deck profile, add Solemn Strikes, Infinite Impermanences. If you want to add Ashes, I guess you can. Don't take this as a deck profile. Watch the video if you want to make a... this technically could be a deck profile, but if you're going to make this deck, do not use it in a tournament. Make it a fun deck or something like that. It's not that expensive. Just get 5 Freezing Chain packs. Or deck boxes. Not 5. 3, sorry. And then some of these cards extremely cheap. Now we're going to get on to the extra, which is Nightmare Griffins, 3, 1 Unicorn, 1 Bleals, then my Trusla, which is amazing because when this card is summoned, banish up to 1 card for each card your opponent has in their hand, field, and graveyard. What? This card you can banish up to 1 more for each. Okay, so that if it's out of hand, it's chosen randomly. But it's really cool because it lets you like special summon your opponent, or it lets you banish your opponent's cards, which a lot of times then they can't use them. So I would definitely try to get this to a 3. But technically with this deck, this is just cards I got from somebody else. So I would have 3, but don't really got that. And then these are 2 cards that, well, the only actual synchro monster in the extra deck is Trusla. I hope I'm saying that right. Then you got Virtual World Jaja and Steel Star Regulator. Hopefully I said that right, and if I didn't, I'm sorry. Side deck, Bottomless Trap Hole. And then Jelly Cannon and Widespread Ruins. Again, fun deck. That's why I'm adding these traps. Oh yeah, and then we got Pointer of the Red. And then Suzuki Samurai. For our spells, we have Artifact Staff of Despair, Cauldron of the Old Man, and Extra Foolish Burial. And then for the monsters, we have Fishborg Launcher, Strategist of the Ice Barrier, and General Grunard of the Ice Barrier. That's my side. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, because once we get to 1,000, I get to teach my parents how to play. And then once we get to 10,000, I get to teach my cousin how to play. Which, I'm probably more excited about that than my parents. Well, I'm excited about my parents about that, but I want my cousin to learn how to play because I think that she would like it. Thanks. Bye!